Imagine walking into your garden and watching your plants surge with growth that, honestly, just defies everything you thought you knew about gardening. Picture tomatoes that ripen weeks ahead of schedule, houseplants that burst with vibrant foliage, and vegetables that seem to grow before your very eyes. This isn't science fiction, it's the reality that thousands of gardeners are experiencing with a revolutionary microbe mix that's transforming how we think about plant nutrition and growth acceleration. The plant growth revolution begins here. What I'm about to share with you has been quietly revolutionizing gardens across the world. Yet, most gardeners have never even heard of it. This groundbreaking approach doesn't rely on expensive synthetic fertilizers or complicated chemical formulations. Instead, it harnesses the incredible power of beneficial microorganisms that have been working alongside plants for millions of years, but in a concentrated, supercharged form that really amplifies their natural abilities. The secret lies in a carefully crafted liquid fertilizer known as worm tea, but not just any worm tea. This is a precision-engineered microbe mix that combines the nutrient-dense castings of earthworms with the microbial feeding power of molasses, creating a living ecosystem in a bucket that can transform your plant's growth potential. When applied correctly, this mixture doesn't just feed your plants, it creates a thriving underground network of beneficial microorganisms that work around the clock to unlock nutrients, protect against diseases, and accelerate growth in ways that'll honestly leave you amazed. Unpacking the microbe magic. To understand why this mixture works so dramatically, we need to dive into the fascinating world of plant microbiomes. Just as humans have beneficial bacteria in our digestive systems that help us process nutrients and stay healthy, plants have their own ecosystem of helpful microorganisms living in and around their roots. These microscopic allies include nitrogen-fixing bacteria that pull nitrogen directly from the air and convert it into forms plants can readily absorb, phosphorus-solubilizing bacteria that unlock phosphorus from soil compounds, and mycorrhizal fungi that extend root systems hundreds of times their natural reach. The problem is that modern gardening practices, from tilling to synthetic fertilizers, often disrupt or destroy these natural partnerships. Chemical fertilizers can actually harm beneficial microbes, creating a dependency cycle where plants become reliant on external inputs rather than thriving through natural biological processes. The worm tea mixture we're exploring rebuilds and supercharges these natural relationships, creating an environment where plants can access nutrients more efficiently than ever before. Worm castings serve as the foundation of this microbial metropolis. These aren't just any organic matter, they're the result of earthworms processing organic material through their digestive systems, creating a concentrated source of nutrients that's perfectly balanced and immediately available to plants. More importantly, worm castings are teeming with beneficial bacteria, enzymes, and other microorganisms that continue working long after application. When you steep these castings in water, you're essentially creating a liquid concentrate of this biological activity. The science behind the surge. The molasses component of this mixture serves a crucial but often misunderstood role. Unsulfured molasses acts as a food source for the beneficial microorganisms, encouraging them to multiply rapidly and remain active once applied to your plants. This creates what microbiologists call a microbial bloom, an explosion of beneficial bacteria and fungi that immediately gets to work improving soil conditions and plant health. When these microorganisms reach your plant's root zone, they begin forming symbiotic relationships that benefit both the microbes and the plant. The bacteria and fungi receive carbohydrates and other compounds from the plant's roots, while providing the plant with enhanced nutrient uptake, improved water retention, and natural disease resistance. This biological partnership is so efficient that plants can access nutrients from sources they could never tap into on their own, leading to the remarkable growth acceleration that gives this mixture its reputation. Research has shown that plants with healthy microbial partnerships can increase their nutrient uptake efficiency by up to 500%, which explains the dramatic growth differences gardeners observe. The microorganisms essentially extend the plant's root system through fungal networks, improve soil structure by binding particles together, and create natural antibiotics that protect against harmful pathogens. This comprehensive support system allows plants to redirect energy from survival mode into explosive growth and productivity. Creating your revolutionary microbe mix. The beauty of this system lies in its simplicity and accessibility. You can create this powerful growth accelerator using ingredients available at any garden center or online retailer. The foundation requires high-quality worm castings, which should be dark, crumbly, and earthy smelling. Avoid castings that smell sour or have visible mold, as these indicate poor quality or contamination that could harm rather than help your plants. Start with dechlorinated water, as chlorine will kill the beneficial microorganisms you're trying to cultivate. The easiest method is to fill a container with tap water and let it sit uncovered for 24 hours, allowing the chlorine to evaporate naturally. Rainwater or distilled water work equally well and can be used immediately. For every gallon of water, you'll need approximately 2/3 cup of quality worm castings placed in a cloth bag, old pantyhose, or fine mesh strainer that allows water circulation while containing the solid matter. The molasses component requires specific attention to type and quality. Only unsulfured molasses should be used, as sulfur compounds will harm or kill the beneficial microorganisms you're working to cultivate. Dissolve 2 tablespoons of unsulfured molasses per gallon of water, stirring thoroughly to ensure complete dissolution. This provides the carbon source that feeds the microbes during the brewing process and keeps them active after application. The brewing process transforms these simple ingredients into a living, breathing ecosystem of plant-beneficial microorganisms. Submerge your bag of worm castings in the molasses-enriched water and allow the mixture to steep for 12 to 48 hours. During this time, the beneficial microorganisms multiply rapidly, creating a concentrated biological solution that will supercharge your plant's growth potential. Don't let another growing season pass without experiencing the remarkable growth acceleration that thousands of gardeners are already enjoying. Subscribe to our Smart Garden channel for more revolutionary gardening techniques, and share this guide with fellow gardeners who are ready to unlock their plants' true potential. The gardening revolution starts with understanding that the most powerful solutions often come from working with nature rather than against it, and this microbe mix proves that ancient biological partnerships can drive modern gardening success.